Alright guys, well, open up your project. When you import the game assets, you'll wind up with this folder that says game. Now he did make it a little confusing because he made another folder named game inside of it. Ignore that one for now. The level builder is the scene you want. When you press play, normally, it'll go maximize, which is what you want for building the level. This is just something that he had in there right from the get-go. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those. I'll explain how after. You will notice though that this one won't go away. That's your player. That is just there. You can't do anything with it. Can't change its color. Can't anything. You can, however, accidentally put a block on top of it. Try not to. Build your level below the character. Also, notice when I pushed one of these buttons, it automatically makes a new block right behind it. We'll get to that in a minute. So, creating a block. Left click places a block. Not necessarily exactly where you're pointing, but that's part of the script. Unless you want to go in and try and mess with the script, you can't really fix that. Fortunately, if you put a block somewhere you don't want, you right click and it gets rid of the block. Another way to choose colors so that you're not creating blocks is using the number keys. Number 1 from the top to bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, moving the screen around like this is really easy. If you have a wheel on your mouse or the middle button on your mouse, wherever your cursor is, if you just hold the wheel down and move the cursor around, it moves the screen. That's the only way to move it. The farther away you are from the center, the faster it will move. So, you can just choose a color, create whatever it is you want. You can define for yourself if you want one color to signify something in particular, like say brown is the ground level. Maybe if you want, you're going to put in one of the stupid little tubes that he goes down. There you go, there's a tube. For enemies, I like to use, just throw a red brick in there. And then, there you go. Eventually, when I actually build the level, that is going to be an enemy. Which enemy doesn't matter. I can figure that out later. But it's an enemy. You can, like I said, define the colors as however you want. I use this as the special blocks. They're the gold blocks with the question mark in them. I use this one as the breakable bricks. The ones that'll bounce if you're small, or they'll break if you're big when you jump into them. Anyway, that's just my preference. Now, the other thing to show you. Oh, before anything you make, you can't see it because it's in behind here. This is just telling you that there has been changes made to your level. In order to save those changes, you have to press the S key, and the has changes will disappear. Once you've pressed the S key, you've saved it, you can end the game per se. Just remember, this is a program within the program, so what you're used to for right click or left click does not apply. So, now we've saved to this file right here. Now if we open up the next folder, game, this is your load leveling. So load that scene. and here's your level. Notice how I can't make bricks or get rid of bricks. My player right here doesn't do anything because I didn't add anything, any commands or anything to the script for him to actually have any kind of movement. This script right here is strictly just used to load your save file. Do not touch it. Do not mess with it. Any scripts you want to make for your game, make new ones. Another good thing to make note of is, because this is something that came up for me, once you've made your level, how do you change the bricks from the colors to what they're going to be? How do you change the tile, the texture of them, whatever? So, turn it off of maximize on play, because you need to see both these screens in order to do this. Okay? And you want to be on the load level scene. First off, you're going to create empty, there it is. Create an empty object. You can leave it just named empty object, or you can name it whatever you want. I just name it level build, that way I know that's what it's for. When you hit play, notice in the hierarchy all the clones of everything that I created. Click on the top one, scroll all the way down to the bottom. Hold shift, click the bottom one, come all the way back up, and move them all into that empty that you created. Now they're all within just one object. If I take this while the game is still playing and drag it over like you normally would to create a prefab, it turns that whole level into a prefab. Now, I turn the game off, my whole level disappears here. However, I'm going to get rid of this first. I have my prefab. Guess what happens when I put it back into the hierarchy? There's all my objects. And I can do whatever I want with them now. I can move them around. I can do anything. I can add stuff to them. Moving them around probably isn't a good idea, but this is just so you can see that now they're regular game objects. They're not just part of the little program. And then you can use the sprite renderer. You can give them an image. You can do whatever you want with them at this point. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else you guys might need to know. I will go back to the level builder. No, I don't need to save that. You can run the level builder like this, obviously, because then you can see what you're building as you're building it. It's easier if you have space to see it. But, yeah, can't emphasize this enough, try and get used to using the number keys in order to change colors, because I didn't realize that it was creating blocks in behind these every time I clicked on it. So when I scrolled backwards, I had this, and you're just kind of making your own extra work, which sucks. So try and get used to using just the number keys. Just remember they're labeled 1 to 7 from top to bottom. He made this program for us 2 weeks ago. He didn't think of that. He was just trying to be quick about it. But it works. I'm modifying mine so that it looks a little different, but you guys don't have to. I can show you, I suppose, what mine actually looks like. Just bear with me because it does take a moment to load. And if you guys have any other questions, message me, text me. I don't know if I'll see it if you just post it as a comment on this video. Just ignore all those. Yeah, ignore those. Anyway. So. Editor. Oh. I don't know if it's actually going to play right now. Yeah, so see, there's the layout of mine. I've been changing mine a little bit. I've been messing with the scripting for mine as well, so that's hence all these at the moment because I was only halfway through doing it. But yeah, so good luck. Like I said, any questions, just let me know. Thanks, guys.